Hi everybody, this is Jen from ScanNCut Jam Sessions and ScanNCut Canvas and Scal Help on Facebook. This tutorial is going to show you how to make a card, any card. The one I'm going to do is a birthday card. I also have the video portion in the part 2 that shows you how to do all the other stuff. But this is just going to show you how to assemble just a basic card file. With the floating frame that you can use to attach any type of item to it, okay? Alright, so here's the card base. Mine is going to be a 6x6. You can change the measurements to whatever you want, okay? Alright, so if you want, you can add in a score line, and I better blow this up because I have a hard time seeing that sometimes. Okay. So I'm going to put it right here on 6. Push and hold. I'm still holding my left mouse key in. Okay, now I let go and I click. And then I come up and I hit the escape button, and that plants that line right there. However, that is a solid cut line, so I need to come over to the palette and I need to change that line. Okay, let's zoom back out here. Alright, I'm actually going to take this up to 45. And we're going to leave it just like that. We don't want to union this or weld this or merge this, because what happens is it will, because that will change the whole line part of your file. Okay, so just leave it just like that. Now let's come in and let's grab our window. I'm going to make me kind of a fat little oval, kind of like a turkey egg. And I'll back it up to about right there. Unclick it and eyeball it. Yeah, that looks good enough for me. Okay. Now with this, you do not want to union this, because anytime an item is sitting on top of a filled item, it will just melt right into it. So this will disappear. What you want to do is you want to come up to path and you want to do, you want to do a back minus front. And in order to get to the back minus front, I forgot to do this, we have to group those, because you can only have 2 items on the page. And this dotted line, this dashed line right here, represented 1 item. This whole card was 2 items, and this was 3 items. Therefore, that would not allow me to select the back minus front. So let's put this guy back in here. And pulling this way a little bit. That looks pretty good. So now, let's come up here. And I've been having problems with the arrange too, but it looks like it's a little bit better today. Okay, so now when we come up here, it should be there. Yes. Okay. So now that should cut out a nice little circle or oval for us. I know a lot of times people will come and ask me that the back minus front isn't lit up. It isn't, you know, it looks all grayed out. That's because you have to only have 2 items on the page. And to get to the 2 items, you have to group things. Alright? Okay, so here's our card blank. Well, I want to add a little birthday cake in there. So let me grab a birthday cake. Here we go. That looks good. Oops. Okay. Okay, and you want the top part and the bottom part to be touching. Okay, a little bit more this way. Alright, that looks decent. So now let's highlight everything. Now, do you think that I can union this? The answer is yes, because what lies behind this, birthday cake is open. It's not closed or covered like this over here, okay? So if I can see the mat, I know that I can union this because it is not going to melt or disappear into the background. It is going to stand on its own because there is nothing behind it. Now the candles in the bottom should melt right into the sides there and all be one nice little piece if it ever decides to work. Yay, there we go. So this is now our cut file. Alright, so that all looks good, but the problem I'm having is right here. I don't like the way that looks like it's going to cut it out. That should not be there. Let's take a close look at that. Get rid of this over here. So this part looks good. Okay. So it's those. Okay, so what I think I might do is undo this. And I may come in here. And I may add color to those. Add some color to those. Color to those. Because I want kind of a good attachment. I don't want that thing kind of hanging out there and only attached by some little tiny pieces. Let's see what the bottom looks like. This bottom, maybe we'll just color it all in. So this is how you can go about adjusting the file to let it do what you need it to do to help you out, to get that look that you're looking for. Okay, so now let's try it. Back this out a little bit. Okay. I'll just union that part first. Okay, let's try it again. And see what we get. Much better. So now instead of just some really flimsy little tiny pieces of paper holding it on, we have a really good thick piece of paper. Okay, let me pull that in though and just make sure. Good. Okay. And if you want to change it and come in here, you know, and add some dots, feel free to do whatever you want to do with your files. But, oops, overall, that is how you go about making a floating design. So now, if I want to, let me show you. If I want to take this piece, let me click out of here. If I want to take this design and have it kind of pop out, what I will do is make the duplicate of it, pull it down here out of the way, come in here, union this so that it all becomes one. And this is all one giant piece now. And then I have this one that I can use to cut out all different colors or kinds of paper, textured paper, things like that. And I can add glitter, stuff like just different things. Then you can take this piece, set it on top of this one with like some pop dots. Then you have a 3D card. So it's really neat. And we'll do this. We'll take it to the scan and cut it all out, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, guys? But this is the end of the file creation. Remember, you can do this with any kind of file that you want.